How's it going, everybody? Junior from BuyMeAnIPhone.com come to you guys today with the preview of iOS 6. iOS 6 was announced today at WWDC by Tim Cook and his team, and I'm going to show you guys a preview of what iOS 6 will be like on your iPhone and the new iPad. So let's head over to the close-up cam and make sure to stay tuned till the end of the video to find out how you can get your hands on the iOS 6 beta. So here we are at the close-up cam. We're going to take a closer look at iOS 6. So first we're going to take a look at iOS 6 on the iPhone. Nothing's too simple. This is now the basic wallpaper that comes with the iPhone. The home screen in general looks all the same, but there's a couple of new icons. First we have Passbook, but we're going to take a look at that later. So one of the main updates that iOS 6 received was some updates to Siri. First, Siri now has access to sports scores and sports information. So let's take a look at that. Siri, what is Bryce Harper's batting average? Now you see.
Bryce Harper has a batting average of 282.
So that's pretty cool. That's one thing I liked. Here's another example of what you can do with Siri. Siri, when are the Red Sox playing tonight? So that is pretty cool. In addition, with Siri, you can now open applications. So here we go. Siri, open music. And there you go. And this is a nice transition. There are a couple of new UI changes with iOS 6. First off, there's a completely redesigned music application. It's much more really basic now. It's not as glossy. It's really matte-ish, and I really like it. As you can see, the main menu here is now a white kind of finish, which I find kind of more refreshing and less distracting to the eye. The buttons are also square on the bottom, which is pretty cool. So taking a look at the other UI overhauls, we have iTunes and the App Store. Both of those generally look the same, but the iTunes App Store, the iTunes Store looks pretty cool in my opinion. This now slides, and it looks a lot more like the desktop version of the iTunes Store, which I think is pretty cool. Nothing too major, but I do think it looks pretty cool. I'll just take a quick look at the App Store. And nothing major here as well. You can take a look at the top charts, and there isn't anything that's a major difference, but it is pretty cool that Apple did redo some of these apps to give it a new flavor and a different look. Let's take a quick look at the settings. First off, as you can see, the top bar now is kind of transparent. It matches the color of the top bar here, which I personally am not the biggest fan of, but it doesn't really bother me too much. Here's a somewhat major feature that Apple introduced today. It is the Do Not Disturb feature. And it is pretty cool. So basically you just turn on Do Not Disturb, then you go into notification settings, and then you can schedule when notifications are blocked. So I think that's a pretty cool thing that Apple introduced today. There are a couple improvements to your notification center. As you slide down, you can now tap to tweet, and you can also tap to post. So let's tap to tweet something right here. I am sending this from iOS 6, and we'll send that tweet out, and that will tweet out. And if that tweet popped up in your Twitter feeds, hope you guys enjoyed it. You can follow me at junoyeop TV on Twitter. There's a couple other new things. I think the biggest feature that Apple announced was the maps. So Apple ditched Google Maps, and they have come up with their own mapping system. So let's take a look at Boston. That is where I live, and I think it's a pretty awesome city. So what Apple introduced with the new maps feature is now you can now do 3D mapping, which I think is pretty cool. So let's take a quick look at Boston, and you can also get turn-by-turn directions right here. Now we're going into more 3D mode, as you can see right here. I think this looks pretty fantastic. And let's get turn-by-turn directions, if that is possible. Turn-by-turn directions is actually using TomTom service, which I think is pretty cool. Let's try to zoom in more. This is actually close to where I live, and you can obviously you can change the orientation of the map with 2 fingers. It's pretty cool. It's just a quick look at let's look at this. Let's go to current location of Beacon Street in Boston. So here are the directions right here. It looks somewhat different. It's pretty quick. Let's do a start. Let's start driving.
Starting route to 84 Beacon Street, Boston, Massachusetts.
So-
02108. Head north on Herd Road.
So those are some turn-by-turn directions that the new maps feature gives. So I think that's pretty cool, pretty fantastic. That's a pretty cool update to that. And there's a couple other updates to UI. First off, the camera app. It did get a Celeb UI revamp, as you can see right here. It looks more similar to the iPad camera application as well now. In addition, it also gained Facebook integration, so we can go down right here into the settings and click Facebook. Nothing too fancy, just log in as your username and you're good to go. This will integrate your contacts, your calendar events, friends' birthdays into Facebook, and you can also, as if you saw earlier, you can also tap to post your status update, which is pretty awesome. So that's just a quick look at the new features on the iPhone. Of course, Apple also introduced Siri onto the iPad, and we're going to take a quick look at that right now. So the iPad also gained some new features with iOS 6, and we're going to talk about a couple of them today. The most notable feature is the addition of Siri to the iPad. The iPad only came with Siri dictation when launched, so let's take a look at Siri on the iPad. Siri, tell me a joke.
I don't really know any good jokes. None, in fact.
Siri, what is Dustin Pedroia's batting average?
Okay, let's take a look. Dustin Pedroia has a batting average of 277.
Siri, open Tweetbot. So that's pretty cool. That's just a quick look at Siri on the iPad. It's basically the same thing. And one other small thing that was added to the iPad was the addition of the clock app, which I don't really understand why this wasn't on the iPad to begin with. But here you go, you have a world clock, you have Cupertino, New York, Paris, Beijing, Tokyo, and you can add some more clocks. Those are just the default clocks. I haven't actually played with it yet. You can also add some alarms right here with some calendar stuff, another stopwatch, and a timer. So that is basically a hands-on preview of iOS 6. These are just the most basic, big features that were announced at WWDC. There are, of course, going to be a lot more features coming when the new iPhone is released and once more people uncover some awesome features. So that's a quick hands-on preview of iOS 6. Let's head over back and I'll tell you guys more details about the giveaway and how you can get your hands on the iOS 6 beta. So me and my friend on Twitter, Nick Mayernick, we have decided to give away a couple UDID slots for you guys. He's giving away 5 UDID slots. So basically what that means, he will register your Apple device and that will allow you to get access to the iOS 6 beta once you get the file for the beta. So to enter the giveaway, it's very, very simple. All you have to do is follow us on Twitter. It's at Nick Mayernick. Link will be down in the description below. And follow me on Twitter at junoyeop TV. And to leave a comment down in the description below with your Twitter handles. That's basically how you enter the giveaway. If you guys want to say subscribe to the channel for all the updates to the giveaway, you can do so. It's not a requirement, but it will help me out. And you can stay updated for the giveaway and who wins the giveaway. I'll be posting a video on Friday with the winners of the giveaway. The giveaway will end at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday, so make sure to stay tuned for that. Video will be posted on the channel and be announced on Twitter. So that's basically all I have for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoyed the preview of iOS 6. If you guys are lucky enough to win the giveaway, hope you guys have fun with the iOS 6 beta. I've been having a lot of fun with the beta myself. And make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Make sure to head over to our Facebook and Twitter links down in the description below. Make sure to head over to buymeaniphone.com for all your reviews. That's all for you guys today. My name is June. Good luck with the giveaway, and I'll see you guys in the next one.